Oh my, that was so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
Right
okay.
before it started too.
It's
It's
okay.
fine. I made
Hello
him laugh.
guys.
It's all good.
It's
We're
so good.
back and not on a hiatus. We did not take that long this time. I'm one of your co-hosts,
Yeah.
Daniel Perez.
And I'm Messi Morales, and we're your unqualified heroes.
Yes, sir. So, Messi, season 3, episode 5. We watched an episode 5 of our own of X-Men, and there was all sorts of goodies of news and movies and trailers and stuff like that that went on top of the X-Men. So, we got quite a lot to talk about, different variations. I think we should leave X-Men for later on, but there's a lot of stuff that even trailers that came out today that you could talk about. So, you can go wherever you want to go with this: shows, trailers, movies, news, and
Okay.
we'll just kick it
So
off.
let's go. I guess let's go with the most recent one that just happened today. Transformers 1.
Mm.
Trailer dropped today. Um, I completely forgot that Chris was casted as Optimus Prime.
Chris
So when I
Hemsworth.
saw, yeah, so when I saw the clip yesterday or a couple of days ago of them and the guy plays Megatron, of like announcing it, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Since when are you Optimus Prime? And I forgot that he was cast on it, and that was a whole big deal. But the trailer dropped today, and I think for me, it looks pretty interesting. Origin story of literally
Yeah,
how Optimus Prime became Optimus Prime before his name was Optimus Prime. So
before
it
all of
looks
them.
like a
Before
yeah before all.
Bumblebee became Bumblebee, Megatron became Megatron.
So I'm excited ish for it. Like it's a kids movie. It looks as Transformers. It's like you can never expect too much from it, especially with how the track is going with the Transformers last live action movie. Didn't do as hot as people think. Um, but I don't know. Maybe the animation will save it.
Well, after Shia LaBeouf left Transformers, all the movies went downhill. Uh, I mean,
Yeah.
there wasn't even that many good Transformers movies to begin. I just remember the first one and the third one. I remember those being like the most crazy ones, and they were really cool. But so with this movie, here's what I got out of this trailer. I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew like the background of the movie, but obviously we haven't gotten a trailer or anything, so I didn't really know what it looked like or anything. But now seeing this animation style, seeing the trailer, it's definitely more younger oriented, more kid oriented. But so that kind of, I wouldn't say turned me off a little bit, but like it steered me away because we have seen some animated stuff that's really good. Example, X-Men. But what I am hoping for, even though I know it's younger oriented, is that we do get a little bit more of a dark side. Um, because once again, this is the origin story. So I would assume by the end of this movie, you got to figure out how Optimus Prime and Megatron essentially end up hating each other, and how Megatron becomes the leader of all those guys, Starscream and stuff like that. We saw a brief clip of Starscream and a couple other important Decepticons that we saw throughout the first couple movies of the Transformers series. So, I mean, I know it'll probably be lighthearted for most of it, but I do want I just need a good couple 5 minutes or something like that where it just gets like really dark and you see something. Because I think if it doesn't get to that level, it's just, I don't know, childish almost. So
It's so
it's
funny.
just more for kids.
Exactly. It is for kids. It's based on a kids TV show. It's for kids. But I agree with you on that. Like at least remember, adults have to go see this with their kids in the theater. You have to make something at least something for the adults on this. Just like any other animation that you have to for the kids, you have to make at least something entertaining for the adults for them to have fun in the theater as well. So that darker aspect of like that brotherly bond, like one turn against the other, or something like that, something
Yeah.
darkish has to happen to for Megatron to turn Megatron. So I don't know. I
Megatron's a
probably
badass. I mean, from like the movies. So
Yeah.
you got to see something cool.
I don't know. Will you see this in the theater? That's my question. Will you pay, I don't know, $8 to $10 to watch
I
this
think
in the
it
theater?
depends on the reviews. Depends on what people. I know, make your own opinion, whatever. But I don't want to hear reviews of whether it's good or bad. I want to hear reviews of how childish it is, and that'll steer me whether I want to see it or not. Because if it's like kind of childish but still has like those dark moments, like even X-Men, the show that we're watching, it's had its childish moments, but it's had its dark moments. If it has some of those moments, fine, I'll watch it and I'll be excited for it because I've kind of always wanted to know how it happened, their origin. But if it just stays like just straight up kid the whole way, then probably not.
I will pay for it if T-Mobile Tuesday dropped a $5 movie ticket.
I'm dead.
Give you like a discount for it. I will 100% go. But I'm probably on the same boat. I probably like. I know my wife would not go to
She's
see
not
this.
gonna
So
watch
she's probably by myself. Like I'm gonna go see it, but I don't know. I don't know if this is a because it's Transformers. So like Paramount owns it. I don't have Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
I guess I gotta get Paramount Plus if it goes
Fun
to
fact:
streaming.
one of the producers, there's like 6 different producers, but one of them is Michael Bay. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, of course. If you listen
Oh,
to
I
the
figured-
robot sounds, that's almost the same as the live action ones. So like there's stuff from the live action of his movies. He didn't even touch this movie at all. They're just probably using stuff from the live action
Yeah.
to this. Then they have to use his name because he
There's some big name actors for this movie. Scarlett Johansson is one of the main actors.
is out of the four. So
And
is Michael
Keegan
Keaton.
Michael Bay is Bumblebee.
I say his name so wrong. Michael Keaton. I don't know where I got
Keegan
Michael
Michael.
Keaton from. Yeah, man. But yeah, the guy from Key and Peele, he's in it. Obviously Chris and I forgot the other guy's name. The guy that is in
ScarJo.
the father of Miles. He also plays on
The guy that's in John Wick a lot. All the
Yeah,
John
he's
Wick
in that movie.
movies.
Yeah, he's in that too. He's the not Ultron, the mega guy, the guy that gives the
Yeah.
powers.
I want to say something interesting. It kind of leads into this next topic, but I find it interesting how, for like voice acting, that a lot of movies now that are bigger movies, so Sonic, Transformers, whatever it is, even not big movies, there's like just some random ass Disney movies that they try to get like really big name actors for just voicing. And I know, look, don't get me wrong, voicing is important. But do you think that they are like, the movie industry is overrating voice actors? Like, I feel like you could just get almost I wouldn't say a nobody, but like a lower scaled actor, and I probably wouldn't notice the difference as much on a character versus if it was Chris Hemsworth. I feel like it wouldn't
Okay.
make that much of a movie difference for me. Maybe it
Okay,
would. but-
question. Because obviously, with the performance of an actor, with the voice acting, it has an impact. Like depending on of who does it. Like obviously, the voice, how it's maneuver and all that stuff is important. Chris Pratt, Mario, $1 billion movie. You think
Yeah.
another actor, a nobody actor, I'm not gonna name an actor, and then someone comes to me and say, "Oh, he's a big actor." I don't care. I give you a low tier actor. You think the movie will have the same success that movie has right now? Again, $1 billion movie would have with a different actor, a low tier actor.
Yes.
You don't
I
think
do.
Chris Pratt has something to do of his fame?
I
Obviously,
think maybe a
obviously
little
without
bit.
Chris Pratt.
I think maybe a little bit, but damn, bro, I thought you were like popping pills for a second. I was like, damn. Uh, um, I think for certain movies, or I wouldn't even say certain movies, certain characters, I wouldn't say require a big name actor, but it it could potentially help the movie's success for a big name actor. For example, Mario is one of the most popular people, like, ever.
Ever.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what generation you were in. Everybody knows Mario. So like getting a bigger name actor, that's sure more important versus something like an animated Optimus Prime, you know, or animated other Transformer, do you really need a Scarlett Johansson or Chris Hemsworth, or could you just go with a lower name actor? You know, that's kind of like where I'm going with. I feel like there's a lot of movies out there, or I wouldn't say movies, a lot of characters out there that don't really need that big name voice actor versus a big name voice like Mario.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer my question. I will say for Mario, I don't think Chris Pratt was the key point because, like you said, Mario is huge. Like you said, for any generation. So like I think Mario would have at least close to success that it has, but I think with Chris Pratt it made it a little bit better. But it was still probably made to the billions without Chris Pratt. But for a movie like this, like Transformers, again, the track record is not it's not the best for Transformers. So like having big name actors, okay, Chris Hemsworth, I'm a fan of Thor. Why not? Scarlett Johansson, I love her and anything that she does. I'm gonna go see this movie. So like having those big name actors, it may help a project, whether it's good or bad, because you trust those actors. You've seen those on actors before. So like this, it makes sense for having big name actors. I feel like if you put like a nobody actor on this, people are like, why would I watch it? You know what I mean? So like it depends on the project that is being made. Is it popular like Mario, or is it like a track record like Transformers?
Yeah. Okay.
So
well, speaking about another character, we're gonna go into Sonic 3. And Sonic 3, we saw the end of the movie. First off, Sonic 2 was a delight. It was good. We got Tails, we got more Sonic Easter eggs. Everyone was talking about Sonic 2 Easter eggs all over the place. Well, guess what? Now Idris Elba, the actor for Knuckles, which a Knuckles show is coming out. I always forget about it, but the Knuckles show is coming out.
I want to see that show. When is it coming out?
This one is for all the real die-hard Sonic fans. He's talking about Sonic 3, so Knuckles show should be this summer.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the show. They haven't really promoted it since
it's
the first trailer.
Next week. It's April 26th. It's next week.
Oh, that's probably why that question came up with Chris. Oh my God, his name. You said his name. What was his name? Idris Elba. Something Alba. Him. He was asked on a red carpet. I'm guessing it was for Sonic. In the Knuckles show. He was asked, "Oh, did you know that Keanu Reeves got casted as Shadow?" He goes, "What?" Probably like the most fakest what? He's obviously excited for it. Like like anybody person is Keanu. You can never. I don't think you can go wrong with Keanu Reeves on.
No, that's one of those. That's one of those voices that it's like it's a legendary voice.
Yeah,
you just know that voice. He's just got that voice. It's like what's his name? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman. It's just one of those voices, you know. It's just like powerful.
He's in everything.
So those are the type of voice actors where I'm like, yeah, go for the big name. But then there's other voice actors. I'm like, yeah, do you really need to? But yeah, Keanu Reeves is first off this Knuckles show. It's only 6 episodes. They all come out next week, all at once. Paramount, most likely. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Paramount.
But
Paramount, yeah.
Sonic 3, it's going to be good. Keanu Reeves, Shadow 3. I think it's a really great casting. There was a lot of rumors as Hayden Christensen for Shadow.
Yeah, I heard about that.
How real it was. He might have been a finalist. I'm not really sure. I don't know if... all the Hayden Christensen, like, memory I have is of Star Wars. So, like, I can't picture how he could do in other things. He technically wasn't even Vader. Like, he was Vader, but he also wasn't Vader. It was like someone else doing Vader. So
yeah, he was just Anakin.
We don't really know how he could have done a Shadow. But I think Keanu Reeves is probably the better choice, to be honest. I think Keanu Reeves just has a more, like, menacing voice.
I mean, just like John
Maybe.
Wick. I mean, if you think about it, how many words did Keanu said on the whole four movies of John Wick? I could probably
pretty
count
funny.
like 30 words in all four movies combined. The guy doesn't say nothing. All he do is fight.
He does. He just
He
fights.
goes, yeah. Something like that. I don't know.
Yep.
He just have really short dialogue on all four movies. I don't know. I have no idea how he's gonna do. Obviously, Keanu Reeves again. You can never go wrong with him. I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. First trailer or first anything that he does, just mimicking the voice that he's gonna be working on. Um, so let's see.
I think it's a pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool voices having Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves like talk to each other. I think that'll be interesting. But comes out December 20th of this year, so Christmas movie for
What?
all you Christmas people out there.
Sonic 3
Yeah,
this year,
yeah, December 20.
December 20,
Yep,
2024,
2024.
and they just casted him.
Yep.
They have the movie shot already, and then you're just waiting for his recording.
They're
This year?
They're just waiting to put his voice in there. This year.
That's it. They shot the whole movie. Interesting. This year,
They-
releasing.
Yeah,
And
they probably freaking did the animation for everything else. They just need his voice. That means the trailer should come out sometime, I don't know, next 2 months or something.
interesting. Paramount working fast.
Paramount working fast. They'll be zooming.
Not fast
But,
enough. I got something with Paramount.
What
Paramount.
What do you got with Paramount?
And it came out today. I don't know. Fandango posted it. I don't know how legit y'all trust in Fandango. But why the heck y'all are dropping cast and then delaying the freaking movie of the Avatar: Last Airbender? Like, don't give us this whole hype. Oh God, we got the casting for Aang. We got the casting for Katara. We got the ending for whatever. And then they go, a delay.
Bro, make it make sense. How are you going to cast everybody? They casted everybody. It was like all the characters. And we're like, okay, it's moving along. 2025, that still makes sense because there's a lot of stuff for 2025 where we're hearing casting rumor or casting announcements. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then delay. I feel like there was probably scheduling issues with some of those people, and they're like, but we really wanted you, so let's just delay the movie.
You think so?
I don't know.
You think that's I don't know. That could be a factor.
How are you gonna announce the cast all in 1 week? Not even 1 week. It was like a 2-day period. They announced all the cast, and then days later, delayed. It wasn't delayed by a lot, but it was still it was delayed from October to January. So 3 months. It wasn't delayed by a lot.
But still, that's more months that I gotta wait to see the movie.
That's 3 months. That's 3 months exactly.
And if you
But-
really think about it, what was the last episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender? What year? So exactly.
year.
So no, not the Netflix version, the animation version. So
Animation, then freaking like 2008, 2010. I don't know.
exactly. So like it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
So like
That's true. And going along with the cast, there's not a lot of big name actors. A lot of them are kind of just random here and there. But they are bringing the original Zuko. The original. Hey guys, hello there. That's rough, buddy. All that stuff. We're getting the original voice. And I've been watching like clips on Instagram with this guy. He still sounds the same. He still
he
sounds
sounds the
like
same.
Zuko.
I close my eyes. My honor, Suka. Like it's just,
Bro, for real. It's literally just straight up Zuko. So it's pretty cool, and I will say they could have. I don't know if they could have, but I wonder if they thought about considering it's 15 years later, if they could have just brought all the same actors back. I mean, they're
Probably.
older. They're older.
They could.
They're this movie takes place in their like young adult years, young adults, so like 30s, mid 20s. So like I'm pretty sure their voices would have worked perfectly fine. Maybe they just wanted new actors. I don't know what, but it's potential that it would have been kind of cool.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool. But I think because we're in this new era that you gotta be careful who you cast for a specific character. So like obviously these characters are not white. They're not Americans. So I'm thinking that they're going with a route of casting actors who are the same either race or ethnic background as the characters. Because if you look at their roster, they're not Americans. They're mostly Asian. So
that's true. Except Zuko.
I don't know. That
Zuko
could
might
be
Asian. I don't know.
I don't know where he's from. But that could be a reason. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like how everything is being done right now. But what if the other actors didn't want to come back? Maybe they're like kind of tired of it. Maybe they want to leave that life behind. But like, you know, some actors are like that. Like Daniel Radcliffe with Harry Potter, he's done. He's done with that life. He's no more Harry Potter. But like every other actor, like the guy that plays Draco, the guy that's always getting a bomb. I forget his name. Neville from the movie. They're still on it. They're still like every Harry Potter event, or like they're still like they probably never let go. Maybe they didn't find something that blew them up to like forget about that life. Like
Emma Roberts.
That's not her name.
Not Emma.
Whatever.
Hermione. Emma Watson.
Emma something. The life behind, and they're doing better things. I guess. I don't know what they're doing right now.
It's true.
That's my theory.
I mean, we have definitely seen actors that are like, yeah, I'll come back in a heartbeat. And then there's other actors that are like, nah, that was my time back then. I don't want to do it no more. So I don't know what it was. But it was interesting how they brought back Zuko, but they didn't bring back anyone else. Maybe he was the only one that said yes. Maybe he was the only one they asked. I don't know. Something I don't know. I'm sure we talked about this at one point way back when, but I'm going to be honest. I forgot until all the cast started coming out again. And then I saw the news and I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that. Is that it's the original creators of the show making the movie. And it's animated, so we know you can do a lot more animation than you can do live action. We've seen that with the live action Avatar. Not that it was bad, but animated better. Let's be real. So it's gonna be really cool. We've wanted this for so long. We've wanted this for our entire lives, basically, since we were kids. To see them older and to see like that painting that they made when they were a long time, like fan made painting, come to life and all that stuff. So it's going to be really exciting. I do hope, I mean, with it being so close, well, I know it got delayed, but with it being closer to release date and stuff, I'm hoping that the creators actually stay there. I know that with the live action show, they were there in the beginning and then they dipped for whatever reason. Who knows? They were only there for episode 5, which was The Mask, and it was the best episode, and 1. And you could kind of tell which ones they were involved in, which ones they were not. But so hopefully they stay in there, and we get an awesome movie, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it is. So it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. But it did get delayed, January 2026. Luckily, it didn't get delayed too long, but still, that's almost a quarter of a year.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Another animation show that I want to talk about that Danny refuses to watch. Apparently, it's too gory for him, even though he likes the boys.
Whatever.
Invincible. Invincible finished a couple weeks ago. I've watched the whole show. Comparing it to season 1 and season 2, I like season 1 better because of the pacing. And
I've heard some people say that, but I thought season 2 was supposed to be just bigger and better, and cameos and this and that.
Yeah, but like not all that makes up to make it a better season. You know, like I feel like with this season 2, it felt rushed. It felt like there's too many things. They were moving way too fast. 20,000
years with it.
dude, they rush because okay, so
And then they had
me,
that like 4 month hiatus
oh my
between.
god, that was like the dumbest thing ever. Um, so me and Elu, we talk about Invincible a lot because he's the only other friend that I can talk about. Okay, you're lame. You don't want to watch it with me. So I talked to him about it, and we watched a lot of YouTube videos. He'd be showing me, I'll be teaching me like how everything works, and I saw the whole story of Invincible, Omni Man, Alan. I saw almost every character on YouTube. They have like a whole life story from very beginning all the way
Yeah.
to until that character dies. And I was watching obviously Invincible's storyline, and the way that they were doing it on this season, they were sped up way too fast on his life. I'm not gonna give you anything because I don't know if you were ever gonna see it, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. But I thought this season was way too fast for it was. They didn't pace it as the season one. Season one was perfect to the T. No bad episodes. Good from beginning to end. Omni Man as a villain, beautiful. But second season ended beautifully. That last fight scene with the main bad guy, beautiful. All those cameos with Spider Man, with Doc Ock, Batman, that little Fortnite thing. So like all those little things make the ending a little more special because we got all those things that we wanted. Because in the comics, there's an actual issue that Invincible and Spider Man actually team up. But because they don't have the rights for it, they couldn't actually put Spider Man. They put him in like another suit. And then Doc Ock did differently. And Batman, we saw just his cape. We didn't see actually Batman. But the show, second season, pretty good. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Obviously, the first season, 10 out of 10. But me personally, you haven't seen it, so that's probably what I'm gonna end it at. But it got renewed for 4 and 5, so that's good. So it did something good out of it. So season 3 apparently is coming sooner than season 2. So I can't wait.
Alright, we'll see if it's better. So doing a couple other quick topics before we get into X-Men and cap off that episode. But there was an announcement about a week ago. The Last Ronin. There's a fairly recent comic. I actually thought the comic of The Last Ronin was a lot older. I thought it was like early 2010s. I think the earliest comic was 2019 of The Last Ronin. So it's actually fairly new, but it's gonna be rated R, number 1, and live action, number 2. So
explain what the Last Ronin is, because maybe some people
Last
don't know what
Ronin.
you're talking about.
So it's a Ninja Turtle movie, Last Ronin. We're not talking about Hawkeye. It's a Ninja Turtle movie, and it's based off Michelangelo, and he's the last turtle alive. And so all the other turtles gone. Splinter gone. He's the last turtle alive, and I believe he's mastered all their weapons. So he's like just like this badass, kind of like Hawkeye was in Endgame. He's this badass, and he's the last one. So it's gonna center around that. We don't really know how it's gonna look like because I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't look like the live action Ninja Turtles we got in the mid 2010s because that was kind of weird. But I believe that was with Michael Bay as well.
Yeah.
This is not with Michael Bay.
Ones.
This is a completely different director, Japanese director. But is it Japanese? I might be looking at the wrong movie. But it's gonna be with a different director, not Michael Bay. It's gonna be live action, rated R. It's gonna be really interesting that they're making a Ninja Turtle movie rated R in live action. Like, to me, those three things just don't add up. Like, rated R, animated Ninja, okay. Live action, not rated R, Ninja Turtle, that makes sense. But it just, I don't know. Seeing a live action Ninja Turtle rated R, I don't know how it's gonna look. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. What do you think about this? I'm excited, but
I'm excited. I can't wait. Obviously, Michelangelo is probably the most fan favorite Ninja Turtle out of all the four because it's like his comedy ways of doing stuff and all that stuff. And now we're gonna see a different Mikey. We're gonna see a darker tone, more grown, probably killing everything and everybody on its way. Um, I'm excited. If it's rated R, I wonder how rated R is gonna be. Rated R like The Boys, or like a rated R Disney movie. So like, how rated R are we talking about here? But whether, regardless how rated R it is or not, I think it's gonna be doing good because it's the Ninja Turtles. It's the last one is something that we have not seen live action, or I don't think cartoon either. Um, I'm excited for it. I can't wait, especially with
Yeah.
how last Ninja Turtles movie turned out to be. Boop, beautiful. So like, if this movie is something
This is gonna be rated R
on a
because
way,
I'm looking up right now, uh, both good news and bad news. So good news. I'll start with the good news first.
okay,
The person who is co-writing this movie wrote Child's Play, the horror movie. He wrote Boy Kills World, the horror movie. Child's Play is essentially like another iteration of Chucky,
yeah.
and uh, yeah, so he did that. That's good news. So like, it's gonna be pretty. It looks like it's gonna be pretty dark. And potential bad news is the producer for this movie is Walter Hamada, who was the former head of DC. So while he did oversee movies like The Conjuring and It, which popular movies, he did also oversee all the DC movies, which not very good. Wonder Woman 2, Wonder Woman, Shazam, uh, Suicide Squad, Aquaman, Aquaman 2, Black Adam. He oversee those. He oversaw those movies. So while he did oversee horror movies, he also oversee a lot of not so good DC ones. So he is the producer, but we'll see where it goes from there.
So it could be with that good and bad news. Let's hope that the producer stick with his horror side of his resume and not his hero side.
His DC side. But Messi, I
Yeah.
want you to tell me. I know you've only seen the first 2 episodes, and there's I believe 8 episodes. But tell me about this Fallout show. I'm pretty sure none of us have played the video game.
I have not.
But
I
just
have
tell me
no
what
idea.
you think so far. So you're going
So
into this
far.
fresh.
I'm going fresh. Never played the video games. I knew it's a video game, but I never played it, so I don't even know
have the
what
video game, you just never
Fallout
played it.
was or is. I saw the show. They're in a birthday. They have advanced technology, but they're like in the 50s, so I didn't understand it. They have robots and all this stuff, but like they're dressed like they're in that era. And there's this cowboy, one of the main actors of the show, the Ghoul or something like that. That's his name. He's just doing he's a cowboy, dresser up like a clown, but as a cowboy type of thing. And fast forward to the bomb. There's a huge bomb. There's a bunch of nukes coming in and all that stuff, and you see it from far, and it looks pretty cool. And then the show starts with like 200 and something years in the future. Like everybody's dead at that point. Like all the people that
So
were
it starts
there.
in the past and then goes to the future.
Yeah, but like I don't know how. Again, they're in the 50s, but there's robots. But there's no actual year that states where they are. If there is, I didn't pay attention. I didn't see it. I was watching. I was working, so it's fine. Oh, I should have not said that. Panama. Fired. But I get back to work on Monday. Done.
It's not the first
Yeah,
time.
so far so good. I didn't play the game, so I was hooked in as soon as I saw the nukes. And we're following this girl. I forgot her name. Sorry, only 2 episodes in, and we're following her like they're on some underground bunkers, and they have numbers of like each bunker, and then they trading humans for food, so like for marriage, so they can reproduce more people. But obviously, they didn't know that there was what they didn't know that there's people above, like on the where we are, but because of the radioactive and all the stuff, those people are they're not normal. They're not normal people. They're weird. I'm not gonna tell you the whole episode. Watch the episode, but it's good. It's a really good. It got me hooked. It's really interesting. We're just following along this girl trying to save her dad, and she obviously meets people through the her adventure. It's an adventure story, basically. So far so good. I have no complaints about the show.
Well,
I don't know how
do you want to talk
accurate
about?
it is to the game,
We
but
haven't seen the game.
so I don't know.
Play the game.
Yeah, we should play the game.
Fun fact: pretty sure there's a new Fallout game coming out.
But
I do want to talk about. Civil War, the A24 movie that came out. It's their biggest A24 movie. I did see it. It's not what I thought it was. It wasn't bad. It was a good movie, but it's not what I thought it was. I thought we were gonna learn a little bit more war side, kind of see. Obviously, it was separated into divisions. So, like, for some reason, Texas and California were together. Then there was, like, the Florida Alliance, the Western Alliance. There's, like, all these different alliances. And I kind of thought you were going to see what each side stood for and something like that. But it was not that. It was literally just a movie from a reporter's perspective and just trying to capture photography, essentially, of the war. So they're traveling around. Essentially, it looks like they're just going to different sides of alliances. So there's an alliance shooting at someone. They're taking pictures. Then they go to the other side and they start taking pictures from the other side. You see a bunch of blood coming out of people and stuff like. It's just reporting. It's reporting, and it was from a filmmaker's perspective, from a creator's perspective. I think they would really enjoy the movie. From a moviegoer's perspective, and I would consider myself a moviegoer. I watch a lot of movies, but it was alright. It was alright to me. I thought it'd be better. I just thought we would get more, I guess, action or movie from the movie versus just a reporter's perspective. But it wasn't bad. It was alright.
I mean, A24 does have this.
They're typically horror movies.
No, not
A24. It's like almost all horror movies.
No, the thing I love about A24, every movie that they produce or come out with is not what you expect. They're so like creative. Let's put it that way. They're so creative with their movies that they came out. Like you cannot say that every movie that came out from A24 has the same tone or has the same feel or has the same something, because every single movie 24 is different. That's what I like about A24. They're very like let's say they found like a random script. I like that script. Let's go with that person. Let's make the movie, and it does good. That's awesome, because they're like a little more of a risk taker than Marvel Studios or Sony or any other studio there is. So A24 is mostly, for me personally, that I think they're like more what is it called? Like nobody directors, they hire them, they make a big name out of themselves because of the money that A24 gives them. That's my view on it. But A24, great studio. They make movies like there's no tomorrow. So like they're awesome at it. So I don't know. I may not see the movie after your.
I mean, you might like it because you like film and stuff. Not like film, but you like recording and videos. So you might like it because you kind of see a little bit of that. But I think it's more geared towards journalists and photographers. So it might not be for you. It probably won't be for you. But it wasn't a bad movie. But I just want to talk about that real quick. Now, getting into the so all right, Messi. before we get into episode 6, because I just got, you got to go in chronological order.
Yeah, we haven't talked about episode 5. This is the
We haven't
first
talked about
time
episode 5.
talking about
So,
it.
episode 5, Messi. What were your thoughts going into episode 5?
Okay, so episode 4 was the episode of Storm
Start.
with the other guy
It was
and
part
the part 1, yeah, and Jillaby, whatever her name is, stuck in a video game. I thought the next episode was something similar because again, it was a part 1. Maybe the next episode was part 2. Again, I don't know the name of the order of the episode. I try to stay away from that so I don't get like spoiled or I want to be surprised. Episode 5 comes around. Totally story different. They start with news report, trying to show the people that mutants are like humans, and then they piss off Scott. Scott throws her first punch. You're like, y'all suck. Humans are horrible, and we tried to do the best, and y'all sucked. After that sentence, I figure out this episode, is gonna be dark. You can't just throw that line and expect the next scene to be happy thoughts, because that was a really dark conversation that he had with the reporter. So after that says okay, whoa, dark tone episode. We're gonna talk about it. So I'm not gonna say it right now. Holy smokes! This episode, beautiful, dark, very emotional, very Infinity War tone to it. You finish the episode, you have no words. I loved it. I've seen it 3 times, and I probably watch it 3 more times after this is over. And the last words of the episode. Oh my God, Rogue. Oh my God, it's so good.
So good.
Your turn.
So
Your turn.
good.
Go.
This episode. Okay, it's funny because I got a couple friends who are watching this episode, you and a couple other guys, and I texted you about this episode and mid-episode, and
you did.
I straight up said, by the way, oh, this happened, and then I remember specifically texting you when Magneto dropped this bar. He was just I don't even remember what it was. Something about something about who should be in charge of who should be a leader, and a leader shouldn't be a terrorist or something like that.
Yeah,
and
the terrorist line.
It was just an absolute bar. I was like, boom. And I texted him, I says, bro, Magneto just dropped a bar. And you're like, no spoilers. So I was like, don't worry, bro. It's just a bar. And I was like, oh, but this episode's pretty good. That was about almost halfway through the episode. I was like, it's a pretty good episode. Timestamp. I looked at the timestamps. 3 minutes later from that text, I was like, oh, damn. All caps. Messi, you gotta watch this right now. He's like, stop. I'm like, bro, watch this right freaking now. It's going crazy. And then 5 minutes later, oh my God, 10 minutes later, bro, watch this. I was it caught me so off guard. I was so speechless because it was good, like you said, with Scott, and then the whole story, and then we got Scott getting blamed for cheating telepathically or whatever it was. That was kind of funny, but it was dang, that's rough. And then you got the whole Magneto storyline with Rogue, and Gambit's bruh, come on now. And
that whole part of, okay, so we got some backstory on Rogue and Magneto. If they split it more, it's because his electro powers.
He groomed her.
Exactly. He groomed her to be his queen. But they broke it off, and then she joined the X-Men. That's when she found Gambit, and then all the Gambit relationships started. But this is where girls suck. This is where the part that girls suck. A guy gives his heart out to you, and you just stomp it on the floor because another guy may give you a little bit different than what this original guy is giving you, and be like, oh my God, that's better than whatever you're giving me, even though you're giving me everything. and she just throws him to the floor.
Bruh.
And then she goes to the other douchebag. Oh my god, that made me so mad. This is why girls suck. This is probably why guy goes gay. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, but then she like touches him or kisses him, whatever, and she's like, maybe touching isn't everything. I was like, you gotta realize that
Bro,
now. You
bro,
couldn't realize that before.
Bro, both of them. I'm gonna say whatever. If you haven't seen the episode, it's your fault. Another week passed. They both died, knowing that Rogue said, "I don't love you." Think about it like that. Rogue told Gambit last word that they talked about, like serious conversation. She said basically, "I don't love you. I gotta go with Magneto." Last conversation they had. Obviously, they talked in the show after that, but they were like rescuing people. They were not like having a conversation like that. Last conversation that she had with Magneto was that conversation that you said. Maybe the skin is bigger than whatever phrase he said.
Yeah.
She said. And again, telling him, "I don't love you." They both died.
Get rejected.
Getting rejected by Rogue. That sucks.
That's tough.
That sucks.
2
That's
rejections
tough.
in one day.
And they both
Damn.
died, so Rogue must hate herself right now. She just told both men that she loved, she doesn't love them, and they both died.
Yeah.
What are the odds? I don't
know, man. But it was literally such a crazy episode because all this is going on, and now you're getting bars from Magneto and all this stuff, and then Magneto and Rogue and all this, and they're dancing in the skyline. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think anything bad was gonna happen yet. Not like that. Nothing like that. So something. Who was it? Someone like got a flashback or blood was coming out of her nose.
The Jean Grey's clone.
Jean Grey, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, damn, what's going on? And freaking Cable walks. First off, this might be why I'm unqualified. I didn't know Cable was Jean Grey's son.
Me neither. When he goes,
I didn't know
I'm
that.
sorry. He goes, "I'm sorry, Mom." Mom?
I was like,
when?
What? What? I was literally shook. Which, that might be new because I just looked it up and it says Cable's mother is Madeline Pryor.
That's her
So
name.
Jean Grey's Madeline Pryor?
Madeline Pryor is a clone.
Oh.
See how qualified we are? We're so qualified that we don't even know
We're
the character's
so
name.
I just call her Jean Grey Clone. I didn't know.
That's her name.
Bro, that's crazy.
I didn't know that.
So that means Nathan is Cable.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, like, until watching this episode, I didn't know that. I was like, what? Cable is Jean Grey's clone? That's interesting. It's just like it's just really interesting. It was crazy. And he's like, I'm too late or whatever. I didn't know what was really going on there. So that's another like storyline that's gonna come up somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War happens. Everybody
Oh my
starts
god.
Like, brah, 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 boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. And Magneto started going ham
Bro,
again.
you went
He was
OP, bro.
straight up like, I don't know, Iron Man versus Thanos. Like, what? And then he got like the big train or whatever it was, and just started smacking this freaking sentient with it. Dude was going straight up OP, and it was just so dark and so you were so hooked into watching every second. I watched it twice. I watched this episode twice. I had to watch it twice. I'm pretty sure everyone I know at least watched it twice. It was that good. And when he was like stopped Rogue and
Gambit, yeah.
Gambit from he pushed him back, and then she's like, no, and he pushed him back, and then was covering the boy, but they both knew they were gonna die. I was like, no way, Magneto just died. And then so she comes through, and then Gambit, whatever, he goes to save Rogue. They start going on a killing spree and stuff. And bro, when when Gambit got stabbed, I was
Bro,
like,
when he got stabbed,
like
I
I
got
kind of
stabbed.
knew he was gonna
Oh
die,
my
but I
God,
was
I
like,
felt it.
damn, like that, like I just from a little going thing like out of the sentient shoulders going. I was like, bro, like, why does the sentient
I
have that
felt it.
there? Why
I
does
felt
it
it.
have a little thing there, bro? Bro, but
I mean,
what
he
caught
did
me
say
off
it.
guard,
He
what
did
caught
say
me
it.
off guard was that like he still had something planned. He was still like, you still lost or whatever it was, and the thing blew up. I was like, bro, Gambit just went out in the most badass way. Like, if you're gonna die, I mean, Magneto went out in a pretty badass way too, but like he actually killed the damn thing.
Yeah.
So
He
I was like,
goes,
damn, Gambit.
remember it.
Bro, the name's Gambit. Oh my god, it was just so good. And like you said, the screen going black. When the screen goes black, and you just the I can't feel you. It's like, it reminded me of Wanda and
And
Ultron, Vision. Well, yeah, not Ultron. Wanda and Vision. I was like, I can't feel. I was like, and you just hear the crying. Oh, bruh. It was this movie. Like, we said it about episode 2, and we're like, oh, episode 2 could have been a movie. It was the best thing ever. Greatest thing since sliced bread. Episode 5 was like on top of that. Episode 5 was better than episode 2. It was that freaking good. And the producer of this episode, or of the show, said that 5 is just a warm up, and that 8 through 10 are the real deal. So whatever the heck we're getting for 8 through 10, to freaking buckle up, because if 5 is just a warm up, what the heck are we getting?
No. I literally have nothing that I can think of that can top off this episode. I can't think of like, oh my god, they're gonna do this and then they're gonna do that and then it's gonna come through. No. I literally have nothing. Because once again, when this episode came out, episode 5, I was not expecting nothing that just happened.
Especially after episode 4, where it was like
Exactly. Right after that episode, it's like, okay, I was expecting more in that story. But no. This episode was for adults. This episode was for
adults.
This episode was for us. It killed it. And from very, very beginning to very, very end, this episode alone, 10 out of 10. It's question. I got a question now. Now that we've seen another Lovers ending, something like that, like with Rogue and Gambit. Like, Gambit died, and she says the same line as Wanda. Out of the two, which one do you feel hurt more?
Ooh.
Wanda and Vision or Gambit and Rogue?
Man.
You're a pretty WandaVision fan. So,
I'm gonna have to say WandaVision. But only because I've been with them longer versus a couple episodes with Gambit and Rogue. Because I don't really remember the past seasons stuff, so this is kind of pretty new and fresh to me. So, but I still felt their connection, and I don't know. It was just like, so I'm gonna say the way I felt more emotional impact, like more connection to Wanda and Vision, but the actual scene itself of the I can't feel you and like the actual screen being dark, that like hit harder to me. Like, that was more of an emotional scene. I think it's just because you couldn't see anything and you just hear the voice.
Okay, that makes sense. Yo, who's outside revving their car right now?
That's the wind, bro. Texas wind.
Okay, sounds like a car revving up.
Nah, bro, that's Texas wind.
Your wind's loud.
Bro, Texas wind is crazy.
Last time was the birds. This time was the wind.
Yep.
Close your window, bro. Just close your windows.
My windows are closed. They suck. My windows are straight cheeks.
That's hilarious.
I do want. All right, let's go into episode 6. Okay,
episode 6. Episode 6. What the actual F? How is this guy alive?
How is he
And
alive?
how is this not explained to us? How is he alive?
And
How
why
is
is
he
he there?
walking? And why is he there? Why is he out of space? Why is he on an armor? Or why is he in love with this random chick that I've never heard of until today? I mean, last night. What the F?
Bro,
We're talking about Charles Xavier.
I literally,
He's alive.
literally
in space.
thought it was a variant. First off, no, my first reaction was it's a fake Charles. I didn't even think it was a variant. I just thought it was like a wannabe robot Charles or something. Then they started talking. I was like, it's a variant Charles. That's not the real Charles. Charles is dead, or else he would be back on Earth. Why is he not on Earth? He can't be dead. So, but then I kept watching the show. To be honest, I'm still not sure. I think he's the real Charles now. I'm pretty sure it's the real Charles now, just based off the way the episode ended. I'm still like confused. I'm left with more questions than answers. But, like, why? Like you said, why is this not explained? Where's Charles doing, and why is he there, and how is he not dead?
I don't know. But that's not the point of the episode. The point of the episode is he's in space with this chick that she's some queen
saw
or
Ronan,
whatever.
That was interesting.
We saw Ronan. He was not blue. He was yellow and green. Maybe that's more comic book accurate than Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably is, because most of the time that this show has run, they're mostly more comic book accurate of like costume and designs. But we saw obviously the Kree terrorizing space, and obviously there's people fighting them. That's pretty cool cameo or thrown character to us. That's pretty cool. One of the characters that I actually did like from this episode was the Gladiator. The guy just looked like Superman.
Yeah.
The guy's shooting beams, fast as heck, strong as heck. So it's like, maybe this is the equivalent of Superman to the DC.
Could be.
I mean, to Marvel. First time I ever see this guy. Ever in my life. Won't qualify. We don't know nothing about superheroes. We just watch TV shows and movies. But yeah, so Charles Xavier is in space. He's in love with this girl. They're about to get married. But her sister, she has a sister, is Darkbird or something bird, or she flies. She has wings and flies. As opposed to it. Because, again, he's human. And to quote the High Council, he's below humans. He's a mutant. Even though it should be the opposite. Mutants should be above regular humans. That's why they want to go to war with them. But whatever. Yeah, so the whole storyline.
We see Storm.
Yes, the other half
battle
of the
out
episode.
some demon. Yeah, the other half of the episode. Storm battle out some demon or whatever it is, and realizes that it's not just the inhibitor that I guess stopped her, but some doubts or whatever thoughts she's had. So now she's got her powers back. It was pretty funny because I posted a reel that same morning. I said, "Well, Storm get her powers back," and it was literally like 12 hours later she got her powers back. So it wasn't even a day later. It just happened to be the time that I posted. It's kind of funny. But my question for you isn't much on this episode, besides us talking about where the heck, man, like what happened to freaking Charles Xavier, but which none of us have answers for. We don't know how the heck he got there or whatever it is, unless you have theories. But
well, she said, okay, so the only theories are...
She said that he saved her.
She saved him. She saved him. But, like, I guess we both have to watch the original show to actually know what the heck happened with him. Because I started watching the last episode. He's alive. So he dies on the last episode of the X-Men
like the very
show.
last episode.
he dies and all that. So something has to happen there that maybe it shows why he's alive, but
Maybe it
we don't
doesn't. Maybe
know.
no one knows.
Exactly. Maybe this is news to everybody. Maybe this catches
Yeah.
off guard to every single person that are seeing it, watch the show. But
But my
I don't
biggest
know.
thing is, what do you see going forward? So, like, do you think Charles does some sort of like time travel thing, and we kind of see like an
Think
endgame
Cable.
thing where everything goes back, or Cable, or like how does, because obviously Charles, he saw the events of like what happened. He's like, I gotta get back to Earth. I don't know why he wasn't thinking about that before the events happened. I feel like if he actually cared
I
about Earth, he
think
would have gone back. But
I think everything happened at the same time. So I think when that happened, when we see the skeleton
yeah,
of Gambit, that happened at the same moment. That whole sequence of Charles, I think with when Storm was getting her powers, it happened at the same time. Because when she turned on the news, it was like moments after it happened,
yeah,
like the war between them. So like I think everything happened at the same time. So I think that's okay. But my to answer your question to whatever may happen next episode or how they're gonna fix everything. Yes, I think time travel is gonna be a thing. They already showed it with Cable. They teased it. Like he goes to her and he said, "Oh, not again." So that means that he has done it before. He has been in that situation multiple times that is causing him to say that sentence, not again. That's key point already there. Trend
yeah.
travel is in the equation to fix the problem. Who's gonna do it? Probably him or the other guy, the black guy. I forgot his name. The guy that took Nathaniel to the future to
Yeah.
cure him. Those are the only two people that think that there are time travels people. So like I don't know who else it's possible to do that, but Charles now's in the picture. Obviously, one of the smartest men alive. It's gonna figure it out. So I don't know. It's this again. This actually, like I said earlier, there's so many things that could happen that I have the slightest idea that how it's gonna end up. Like you said, maybe like an endgame situation, time travel. I think that's the only solution to my problem. Time travel that's gonna happen.
Do you think anyone stays dead?
No, I think everybody come back to life.
Everybody?
They can't. I don't know about everybody, but they can't kill off Gambit and like I refuse to believe that they're gonna kill them both. I refuse.
I feel like Magneto
Refuse.
could die. Could die.
I refuse. If they bring him back again, I don't think he will die again. I think another
I guess.
character. I think Rogue. I think Rogue will sacrifice herself
No way. No
at
way.
the end.
Rogue? No way.
I think Rogue. I think the papers are gonna switch that Gambit and Magneto.
Like they see the other side?
They see the other, so they can see her dead. They're like, I can't feel you, or like I can't
That's
light
deep.
her up. Or, so like, I think I just remember, just like how Endgame happened, the people who disappeared came back, but when they came back, people died from the original people. So like they lost Natasha and Tony Stark. So they're gonna lose some. They're gonna lose people.
That's why I think someone's got to die. I don't know.
I think it has to be her. I don't want it to be
You
her.
think Charles
but-
dies again? I think Charles dies.
Bro, he wasn't even here for the first half of the season.
That's why he's gonna die. He's
He's
gonna
not
come
gonna
back
die
and
again.
sacrifice himself or something.
He's not gonna die
Magneto's
again.
already the leader. Magneto's
He's
already
not-
taken charge.
He's not gonna die again. It has to be one of the either Scott, Jean Grey, or Rogue. One of them three.
It could be a Jean Grey because there's two of them. So one of them could die.
But I don't think. I think they're gonna get their happy ending. Jean Grey and Scott. Hank is whatever. The kids whatever. It has to be Rogue. She's up there. She's like the highest right now, of like of like emotional characters. So she's so
Yeah.
high that when she dies, people are gonna feel it. You know what I mean? Like if you kill
Yeah.
Hank, whatever, he died, sad, move on. But when Rogue dies, that's when I think it's gonna be a little more hard
Yeah.
to for the audience. Just like how Gambit and Magneto died. That was tough.
That was
So
tough. That was tough.
I'm calling
We'll
it
see.
right now.
We'll see.
I'm calling it right now.
All right, that's a good theory. I subscribe to that theory. That's a good one. That'll be tough. That'll be tough to watch, but I like it. All right, so that's basically our episode. We talked about a lot of variety of different things. Short amount of time, potentially. Depends who you're asking. So you can follow me at Danny42 with 3 N's to his taken on Instagram. And you could also follow this guy.
Yep, you can follow me on at Messi.17_. Please tell me who you are. Don't be weird. I know you like that shirt. It's nice.
It's got
You're
Avatar
welcome.
code in the back, but I can't see it.
Yeah, it's fine. More shirts on the making pretty soon. Don't go to that website that we have for shirts because we don't use that no more. Just let us know. Give us your info, and we'll mail it to you personally with a little signature on there. But if you want to follow us on social media, you can look us up on Qualify Heroes on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, X, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Listen to our stuff, comment, share. Let us know what you think about episode 5 and 6. What are you expecting for 7, 8, 9, 10? And
we'll be posting more. We've been slacking off a little bit. It's just been busy times. Messi's married. I'm in the process of moving and a lot of other stuff. So it's been some busy times. But guess what? We're gonna be posting more. We got plans. We're figuring this out. Season 3. It's had a little bit of a rough track in the beginning, but it's okay. We're only in episode 5. It's not even halfway through the year. It's gonna get better. Just you wait.
Better. We have
keep
ideas.
Following. Keep subscribing. Keep telling your friends. Don't unfollow. We got video game ideas. Don't worry. It'll come up. We got good ideas. Just you gotta hang in there. Bear with us.
But other than that,